Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Friday Favorites and Flops. The story with my hair right now is I just couldn't even want to. What happened was I did my makeup and then I put my hair up to do my makeup and I was like, I got nothing. I got no more. I can't even want to. I can't even do my hair right now. So I just left it like this. I don't even know what it looks like either. So we're just gonna move on. Sometimes you got a full face of makeup and you got crazy hair and that's just life. Anyways, I have a few favorites for you this week. Now I know I posted my monthly favorites on Monday, but I had a bunch of favorites that had like carried over from the last week and all that I didn't feel about like including in my monthly because they were weekly favorites. So I did have favorites. That's why I'm posting another favorites this week. So sometimes when it's like this, I'll just do a different video. I was gonna post an empties today, but I just decided I'm gonna go ahead and do the favorites video because I did have some. So I actually have a flop this week too, and you wanna know what? I kinda wanna start with my flop because it's really flippity floppy. So I got a bunch of new Tarte products and a lot of you guys asked me about them. This is their new dry shampoo. It's called Hair Goals and it says it's shampooing in a sec. This stuff is absolutely horrible. Horrible. It's like bright white. It leaves my hair like feeling 50 times dirtier than it was. It's like tacky and like gnarly and just like, I feel like if I like went like this, it would like, my hand would just like skip through my hair. I hated it. I literally hated it. And I have not hated a dry shampoo so much since that Pantene one. This is horrible in my opinion and not worth the money. So I just wanted to say that because I watched the people on their Snapchat and they like rave about it, so I really thought it was gonna be good, but I think it's seriously like super sucky. So that's that. But for something that I did love from the Tarte products, this is the Glow with the Faux Self Tanner. Now I've used this twice now because I really wanted to see how it faded, how it wore, and everything kind of about it. I'm like a self-tanning faux pas. I always have tanner problems when I tan. It's like I either have orange feet. It's all user error mainly. So I can kind of tell when something's really good when I have like way less user errors. This is a foam tanner. Comes with a pump right here. The mitt is amazing. It's dirty, so I didn't want to like show it on camera because I just used this the other day. So this is like the tan that it gives, and I will say in my last video I had just tanned, but this has like it's like 2 hours. So you leave it on for 2 hours and you can wash it off. So it's not very long, but it does have a really dark guard on it. As soon as you wash the guard off, then your tan like comes to life and it's not like as many like definitive lines or whatever. It's just like so much better. So that was before I washed the guard off, honestly, and I filmed the video and I was like, I don't know what I was doing or why I did that. But this tanner is so good. I'm gonna tell you the real truth that I feel about tanners is I don't find any single tanner that once it develops, it's scentless to me. This is the only tanner I have ever tried. Even when they're all like, no, this one has no scent. Oh, this smells like vanilla. This one smells like coconuts. This one smells like apples, whatever. They all maybe smell like that when you apply them, but then later the tan develops and you smell like a tanner. And I don't like that at all because sometimes I can't wash it off within 2 hours. I'll do it before bed or something like that. This absolutely does not smell like anything once the tan develops. So you're not like rushed to really wash it off unless you kind of just want to get the guard off. But anyways, I think this is great. Really great. The tan is a very nice natural tan. I feel like it gives you a really great color. It's very easy to apply. I don't have any streaks. The mitt is amazing. So it comes with the tanner and the mitt. And the mitt's like a very nice soft like velvet on your skin, and I find that it's really great for application. So I personally think this is a great tanner for the price. I think the price is $34 maybe or $38. It's totally worth it in my opinion. You don't use too much product, I don't find. When I'm applying, I really just use 2 pumps for my leg, each leg, and then about 2 pumps for each arm. but it seemed like a lot spread, and then I did my chest, so maybe like 2 pumps for my chest. So it seemed like it spread really well. It gave color immediately and it applied evenly. It dried evenly, no streaks, dried really, really quickly. And once the guard comes off, I feel like it leaves a really great color. So, oh, also, the other thing I wanted to say about it is when it wears off, a lot of tanners leave, like, especially on my boobs is where I find, that's why I'm like stroking myself. But where this eyelash right here always plays me. But where I find that, like, this is weird to say, but like, you know, I feel like since I have big boobs and I breastfed my kids, I have, like, you know, stretch marks or creases. They're not too bad. They're not as noticeable as the ones on my stomach, but anyways, that's besides the point. I find that, like, when tanner wears off, those look like really gnarly. Like really gnarly. But this time it didn't actually. It didn't look gnarly. It looked fine. The tanner didn't wear off in a weird way, and I felt like I could apply, like I applied this last week, and then I felt like I could reapply it this week without like super peely off and gross. So it wears really well. So I'm saying this is a really, really good tanner. This is probably the one that I will continue to purchase. Okay, so when Dana and I went and got our lips done last week, she gave me this and I was like, I think you messed up. Like, I really think you messed up. This is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. This is in the shade Sunkissed. Now this is like the lightest color of the bronzers. This is so good. It reminds me a little bit of my Giorgio Armani, except it's a little bit more cool tone. And it's just, it's so perfect because honestly, you could like mix this with your foundations to make them a little bit darker in the summertime or whenever, like if, like when I'm self-tanning, that's what I've done. Or I've been using this as like a cream bronzer or like filling it in like a liquid bronzer. So I just kind of buff it into my face and then I apply a powdered bronzer on top of it. I love it. It's so natural and it really does give a really good sun-kissed look. So it just is like this. I mean, you'll see it's not too dark. So, I mean, you could blend it in and it's like the color of my tan, which is what I said. It's really nice because, well, you can see it just gives a nice glow. But it would be perfect to add to foundations. But I mean, on my face, I apply my foundation and then I apply this, a drop of this, and kind of buff it in. And it's just that light contour. It looks really, really pretty on the skin. And I wore it like once or twice with no powder on top of it. I just kind of contoured with it and put it around the perimeters and like down my neck and stuff to blend in. And then I wore a highlighter and I loved the look of it because it was really like sun-kissed or sun-glowing skin. So I feel like she done messed up Ron when she gave me this because I was like, are you sure? Like, you just gave me a really bomb product. Like, why didn't you want this? She just said that it didn't work for her. She's a little bit, has like a little bit darker of a complexion than I do. And so maybe that's the reason why it just like didn't show up on her. But I was like, thank you. I guess one man's trash is another man's treasure. And this is not trash, but just a product she decluttered, wasn't using, and passed along to me. So thank you so much. I really love it. It's great, and I think if you're a fair complexion, you're looking for something like this that you could add to your foundations to darken them up in the summer, or you could use as a bronzer, this is definitely the way to go. Okay, I know I talk about Dana a lot in my videos, and people always say to her, like, Laura talks about you all the time, you never talk about her. So y'all need to go and tell her, because she loves me too, okay? So every time we get ready on the phone, like on FaceTime pretty much every morning, just because sometimes it's nice to talk to someone when you're putting your makeup on. So I always watch what she's putting on her face, and she's been using this Physicians Formula Inptaready Full Coverage Concealer, and every single time it's like a joke. I'm like, what are you using? What concealer is that? Because it looks so good. And she said this reminds her of the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, which is my all-time favorite, like, holy grail concealer. So I was like, I have to purchase this. It was buy one, get one 50% off on Ulta's website, so I got Fair and Light. Now, Light is what I've been wearing, and it's beautiful, it's perfect. So this is the shade Light. It comes in a glass bottle, so it's not, they're like not playing around. It's pretty much, besides the label, it's like exactly like the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, honestly, like even the pump. But this is a really beautiful concealer. It's full coverage. I would say it's almost identical in my opinion, but for half the price. So it's $10, I think, and then if you get buy one get one half off, the other one was $5. So anyways, really, I mean, not like you couldn't have done that math yourself, but let me just tell you it. But it's a really good concealer. It's so good, and it's just like the MAC Pro Longwear. So I recommend it, like major recommend you picking it up, and especially with the buy one get one 50% off. So if you're still, is Ulta 21 Days of Beauty still going on? If I think it is, it's still going on. So if you're a platinum member, you can get free shipping. So just add like one of these in your cart or something, because it's really good. It's totally worth it. So the Physicians Formula Insta-Ready Light, I think light's pretty light. So I think fair, it might be too light, but light is pretty light. But if you're a little bit, if you're really fair, I think you might like fair. But anyways, super good. Okay, the last thing up is for lips. And so my lips are still a little bit bruised on the inner part. So if you see a bruise, that's what it is. I try and put stuff like a lip product on to cover it up, but sometimes I don't know. Today, did I do that? Did I cover it up accurately enough? No, I can still see the bruise. Anyways, I've been wearing, like, having a fun time, like, just playing around with lip products. When you have, like, your lips plumped up a little bit, they just feel so much more fun to just experiment around with different lip products. So, and by the way, you guys were all so kind to me in my monthly favorites. Like, thank you so much for being so nice. Sometimes I feel like when you get fillers in your face, like, people are either, well, in your lips or wherever you get them. My face is very full anyway, so I don't need it anywhere else. But, and I didn't even need it in my lips. I just did it because it's fun to have a little bit bigger lips. So anyways, I feel like when you kind of put that out there, there's either people who like really love it, or people who are like, no, you shouldn't do that. But I feel like you guys were all so awesome about it, and not like I needed you to be for me to feel okay with it, because I already was happy with everything. So, but I just wanted to thank you guys, because, and then you guys were really nice, like, about my weight loss and stuff, and I really did appreciate that. Anywho, I've been trying out a bunch of different products, and I saw this was on Ulta's website as limited edition, and it's exclusive to Ulta. So it's one of my favorites are the Buxom lip creams. My favorite is White Russian. This is very similar to White Russian. It's just a little bit more, I would say, like a mauve cream, but like a light pale mauve cream, and it's called Blushing Margarita. So this is what I have on today on my lips, and I have Charlotte Tilbury Pillowtalk as my lip liner, and then this on top. And it's super duper pretty. It's like, I would say it's a little bit, it's a touch darker and a little bit more pink than White Russian, but it's very similar. So if you love White Russian, I feel like this is something you're gonna be like, yes, I need that. Because that's kind of how I was, and I've been really happy with it. So it's just like another alternative, honestly, to White Russian, but it's what I have on my lips today. I love these because I don't feel like they tingle. They just feel like very refreshing, and your lips feel like very shiny, juicy, and like have that like cool mintiness to them. But if you're someone who doesn't like plumping glosses, I don't find that this is gonna be, this is a very mild plumping gloss in my opinion. I don't mind like them to like buzz the crap out of me. So maybe my opinion, if you are someone who doesn't like plumping glosses and you've tried this one and you don't mind it, let me know down below. Or like if you're someone who really doesn't like plumping glosses, like let me know your thoughts on these, because like I just want to tell you, I'm someone that can go to the extreme with a plumping gloss. Like it can actually be painful for me, and I'm like, yes, which is weird, but I don't mind the feeling of it. So I don't know if I'm like the best person to say like, oh, this is super mild, because maybe it's not, but I think it is. Anyway, that's it for my favorites this week. Go ahead and leave some of your favorites down below. You know I love to hear them. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe before you leave so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah.